Former Black Caps captain Daniel Vettori has just returned from Fiji, where he got a first-hand glimpse of the incredible sight-restoring surgery being carried out by the Fred Hollows Foundation. Welcome, Daniel, this morning.
Thank you.
How are you? I'm good, thank you. Must have been one of those kind of life-changing moments, witnessing people literally being able to see again.
Yeah, I think being able to see them from when they first turned up, and with a lot of nerves around what they're expecting to go through the surgery, and to see them afterwards as well, and to see basically their lives change and them get a second chance with their sight was an amazing experience.
Oh, you bet. So how does it actually work? They literally turn up at the surgery, they have the operation, can they see instantly?
Well, I suppose people come from a long way away. I think it's a big point that it's quite an experience to actually get there. People have to take days off work, travel a long way. They turn up, they see if they're eligible for the surgery, and if they are, they're generally performed on that afternoon.
We were just seeing there, that woman was not knocked out by any way, shape or form. She's fully...
I'm sure their eyes knocked out, but they're lying there. The surgery room is quite rudimentary. There's a couple of surgeries going on at the same time. And I think when sat there and watched it, you see how amazing the surgeons are, what they have to deal with and adapt to, and the patients as well. I mean, they don't really know what they're coming in for, but they just want their sight restored.
Yeah. Was it a mix of kids, adults?
Mainly adults. I suppose cataracts mostly develops later in life. But there are a lot of people they hadn't seen for 4, 5, up to 10 years, and so they were coming in very hopeful that their lives could be changed, and for a number of them it was.
Something like 80,000 people affected by this sort of blindness in the Pacific?
I think it's a real epidemic in the Pacific, and that's why the Fred Hollows Foundation is there to help out all people through the Pacific, to help restore their eyesight and also help them after surgery as well. I think that's quite an important part that the foundation does, that they're there to help post-surgery, which can be quite a trying time for some people as well.
It's a fairly minimal amount too that it costs, doesn't it?
I think it's $25. I think to think that a person can come in one day and have their sight restored for such a minimal amount of money is something I think the foundation is very proud of.
Oh, for sure. It must be totally life-transforming. Did you see people's reactions afterwards?
Yeah, we did. In particular, one Fijian lady who we saw the afternoon before. She'd been out to New Zealand a few times, so she's had a little bit of understanding of us. And then to see her the next morning after her surgery, she could obviously see some light for the first time in a long time, and we were lucky enough to invite her to her home and meet all her family, and someone ran up a coconut tree and cut one down from us, so those little experiences are something that I'll never forget.
Yeah, it's incredible, the work. I mean, Fred Hollows was an amazing man, and that his work is still being, done is such a testament to who he was.
Yeah, I'm learning more and more about him as I go along, and what a sort of wonderful human being he was, and the foundation, I suppose, is trying to live up to his ideals and what he tried to set out for the people of the Pacific.
1 million operations, I think, in the last 5 years. I mean, it's phenomenal, but obviously there are so many more that need it done.
Absolutely. I think we went through 100 people in the 3 or 4 days that were there, so the surgeons that are there that are pretty amazing, and I think them in particular, they're coming to Fiji to obviously be trained up by the foundation, but then they go back to their islands. I think one of the surgeons was from the Solomon Islands, one was from Micronesia, so they get their expertise and their understanding built up, and then they're able to go and service their community back home.
How can people help?
I think just going on to looking at the Fred Hollows Foundation website and getting an understanding of what the foundation exactly does, and I think if you go from there, you'll see what an amazing organisation it is.
When you think about it, $25, what's that? A week's worth of coffees?
Yeah.
For somebody here to help somebody see again.
Well, to give a person a second chance with their eyesight, I think and once you do see it, how much it changes their lives, then it's an easy expense.
You bet. Hey, how's the Achilles, and where are you at?
It's coming around slowly. Hopefully during the summer some stage. I'd like a miracle surgery like was going on there, but yeah, hopefully during the summer.
Will we see you back out there?
I hope so.
Good. Yay. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.
Well done you. For more information about the work of the Fred Hollows Foundation, you can head to our website. After the break, should you be eating sushi if you are pregnant? We are medical myth busting with Dr. John.